The White House says a letter sent by GOP senators interferes with ongoing nuclear talks with Iran. 47 Republican senators signed a letter to Iran saying that any deal without congressional approval is only an agreement between President Obama and Iran's supreme leader. The U.S. and Iran are at a critical phase in negotiations, with an outline agreement due later this month. And for more on this controversial issue, we go to One America's Amanda House in Washington, D.C.
We're starting to now see the fallout from last week's address by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to a joint meeting of Congress. Netanyahu warned against the deal that the U.S. and world leaders are negotiating and urged Congress to put in place more sanctions against Tehran. The letter that was sent to Iranian leaders makes clear that any nuclear deal reached with the United States would be, quote, nothing more than an executive agreement unless approved by Congress. The movement to draft the letter was organized by freshman Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas and is signed by nearly 50 Republican senators. It's an unusual move in U.S. foreign policy, but comes as Republicans continue to accuse President Obama of overstepping his executive bounds. The letter also comes during a fragile state of the nuclear arms negotiations, but is being seen as a way to strengthen the U.S.'s relationship with Israel.
Israel's been our best, longest-standing ally in the toughest region in the world for a long time.
Kansas Governor Sam Brownback has seen this debate play out in years past when he was a U.S. Senator. While many know him for his social conservative views, he's also played a significant role in foreign policy, especially with issues pertaining to Iran and Israel.
And when you create space there in that region between the United States and Israel, you invite provocation. And you invite bad things to happen. When you allow Iran to get nuclear weapons, you invite a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. And it's not just the Iranians, it's the Saudis, it's the other players in the region that do this. I mean, this is a very dangerous track that the president's taken us on in dealing with Iran, and I think maybe Netanyahu's got a more accurate view of the world of how you deal in that region.
This letter not only turns up the heat on Iranian leaders, but puts pressure on the White House to make the right move. President Obama has denounced the letter, calling it an attempt to undermine his administration's ability to conduct foreign policy. Amanda House, One America News, Washington.